Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. We thought we were having technical difficulties and it was terrifying. So here's what I'd like to say, people. Welcome to Kiki and Kibet's Life After Lockup season finale. My name's Brianna. I'm here with the beautiful Mary. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey, live from New York. Life after lockup.
Live from my office slash podcast studio slash yoga studio slash treadmill room. There we go.
Here we
So
go.
finale, huh? First of all, I just want to start by saying, y'all, if you haven't seen our interview with Sean that we did when released yesterday, you should go check it out.
Totally.
And we can talk
check it
about
out.
why later, but there's like well, we should talk about that later. Okay. Thoughts on the episode overall, top line?
It was a great fucking episode. Beefy. It was a really beefy episode. We got lots to unpack, girl. Lots to unpack.
I do feel like I totally agree. It was like they were definitely, those editors were really planning it that way.
Definitely. This all led up to this episode. This was like the peak. Girl,
I mean, some of it was stupid, like that seemed really staged, like Deontay and the wedding. That's kind of staged feeling.
but
But
was
like
funny
that
as
shit would
girl. That was funny as shit.
it was so uncomfortable for me. I felt so uncomfortable. But the Brittany and Ray shit was 100% real. No question. That wasn't, there was no acting going on in that situation, I feel. There were a lot of really interesting things. Let's jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it. Starting with Sean and Sarah.
Yes.
Ironically.
Tell it, girl.
Oh, so Sarah's ready to tell him that she's pregnant, but before she gets a chance to, he proposes. Surprise, surprise.
Awkward.
Awkward. And her
She's
mother
like,
is too funny.
Oh my God.
Her mother's hysterical. She can't even fake being happy. She can't even fake a smile. I mean,
that's like my family. My parents never would even vaguely, they would be like, are you crazy? Like, that's how it is in my family. There's no like tact at all. But I mean, whatever. I think it turned into kind of a beautiful moment, although he is not above reproach, but whatever. He looked so happy, and so did she, that I couldn't help but feel kind of happy for them.
I can't. I'm sorry. I tried, but I can't.
I was a little bit moved. Maybe I'm happy for Sarah. I don't know. We'll find out what happens, because there's going to be this whole like special follow-up, right?
Yes, there is apparently. Yeah.
It's like a tell-all.
I think so. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's on New Year's Eve. On New Year's Eve, which is fine with me. That's probably the most fun thing I would do on New Year's Eve, for real.
Yeah, me too. Totally looking forward to that.
I think Sarah's mom has reason to be alarmed. Like, she just got out and she just getting to know her child, right? Because that kid was born when she was in prison, right?
I think she was a baby when she went to prison. So
yeah, so like she didn't even know her
kid. Right? And now she's having another kid.
Yeah.
And Sean is so overjoyed, and he calls Kelly to break the news about his engagement.
That's for next week, though.
No, he did.
That was in the previews.
No, he did it in this episode. He called Kelly and tried to tell his kids about the engagement, and Kelly wouldn't let him talk to his kids.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. Okay, I did drink a couple shots I didn't drink for like 2 weeks at all.
A disclaimer here.
That's my only excuse. Or I have dementia, but I feel like I'm a little young for dementia, so I'm gonna blame it on those 2 shots I took. Okay, moving on.
Blame it on the
Let's take the
alcohol.
focus on
We're
that.
blaming
Yeah.
it on the alcohol.
Anyway, in
And
case you don't know, she's still pregnant. She's rather large. I don't know. I mean, when I say she's far along, she's tiny. But I don't know if they get married or not.
no,
Maybe they
but
are married. We don't even know. Sean wouldn't tell us.
we'll see. No, Sean didn't tell us.
Mm-mm.
No, Sean did not tell us, but Sean did tell us a lot of things about his relationship with his kids now and how he's trying to keep up his relationship. So check out the interview on YouTube.
Yeah, and you be the judge of whether you think that his efforts towards his own children are acceptable to you or not.
Yes.
I
You
thought it was a little weird.
yes, weird. That's a good word, Rihanna. Weird.
I'm just yeah, I don't want to give it away. I'm just going to say this is not even going to sound okay, I'm not giving it away. I'm just going to say video game because what the fuck, Mary?
I
Anyway, go
know.
listen to the interview.
Yes.
But okay, in Sean's defense, before you listen to that interview, what I want to say is yes, that dude has made a lot of mistakes. But when you listen to that interview, you realize he's like, I own this shit. Yeah, I
Mhm.
did it. And watching it from the outside, I'm horrified. And that means he's humble enough to take responsibility and also willing to become more self-aware. And props, right?
Props for that.
Okay. Yeah, because can't people change? I'm not one of those people who believes that people can't change. How do you feel?
No, I do believe people can change. I definitely believe people can change. And I liked how he was very self aware. It seemed like he watched himself and he was horrified at what he's seen and
Yeah.
he self reflected on it because we have interviewed a lot of these reality TV stars and a lot of them seem seemingly unself aware of what they look of what they portray themselves to be on TV, or they don't
They
care,
blame the editor.
or they blame the editor. Exactly, they
Yeah.
blame the edit a lot. Sean at least fessed up,
Yeah.
so
So
you
that
gotta.
takes someone who's mature. So I'm just gonna say I hope that he changes. And I also would like to say he's a really nice guy. Not that that is like that fixes everything, but he's not a dick.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about Puppy and Amber and
Yes.
how she looks like a lizard because she doesn't even have an eyebrow pencil, nor does she have lashes. Relatable. Hashtag relatable.
Relatable. And speaking of, we like Amber. Amber's very relatable. And you could check out our interview with Amber on our YouTube channel.
It's a good thing Mary's not trying to like promote us or anything. But the truth is, we interviewed a lot of people on this season, and it is interesting. We didn't get like ultra dirt like we have for 90 Day Fiance stuff, but we got a lot of interesting backstory that kind of puts things in perspective. But
Mhm.
not about Puppy's choices in eye makeup
No.
and lashes.
And
His
lashes.
girlfriend is overdoing it. And do you ever see me without like full eye makeup? No, you do not. So like I understand that, but like hers is over the top. Anyway, her mom is falling apart, and that's pretty
I know that was so sad. I know. So, Puppy was pulled over for a broken tail light, just like Amber told her. What if you get pulled over? You're gonna get arrested. And what happened? Puppy should have listened. She should have turned herself in.
Yeah. I feel like most of these people will go back to jail. Just when
Yeah.
you look at it statistically. And I heard on a podcast once, and I never will forget it, where they said, Love After Lockup is
Mm-hmm.
essentially an advertisement or documentary on recidivism. In other words, this is a show where you can see how and why people end up staying in the system. They get no support, they get no freedom, like they're treated like criminals forever. It's it's pretty intense.
It is intense. Yeah, you can see that.
I would expect at least 50% of them to go back to prison. But I don't want it to be Puppy.
No, me either. Which she wound up being released after a week, and as of the end of the episode, she was still engaged to Eric. So
Again, choices. Think about it.
yes, think
Think
about
hard,
it.
girl.
Think about it,
He does
girl.
not seem like someone who's marriage material, but what the hell do I know? Okay, so next up, which was like bizarre, was
Now I know. Now I know you think that this whole thing was scripted. Deontay, Nicole, and Tia, and the whole wedding thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
even if it was scripted, which I'm sure it was so fucking funny to me. I mean, this is what I like about these kind of shows. When Tia turned around and swung on him and they were fucking fighting and Nicole is screaming, stop. I mean, come on. Yeah, I was dying laughing. And Deontay's like, I never hit a girl. My mama taught me never to hit a girl. It's like, you are such a fucking fool. What are you doing there to begin with? He was like stalking behind the tree.
Girl, that's what they told. I really believe the producers just told them to do that. Like, I don't actually believe that any of that was actual real shit. That's what I feel. I could be way off, but that was like, I was like, seriously, no one would do that.
It fucking made me laugh. Okay, it entertained the shit out of me.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Well, why do you even need to wait for that? Just his fucking jacket's hilarious.
I know. And his shoes and his jacket alone.
I know we're all paging Derek. You need to have a talk with your buddy.
Yes. Oh my God. Where the fuck was Derek when you needed him?
I know, Derek, smack some sense into that boy. And apparently by the end of the episode, it looks like he's dating another prisoner.
And still talking to Nicole. And still talking to Nicole. They're still in communication.
I wonder if he's given her any money.
I bet you he is. Dumbass.
I was laughing at your notes. Anyway, but so I want to say this though. The wedding of Nicole and Tia was beautiful. I felt their love and was very moved by it. Like those two seem really in love, and I am here for it. Don't you think?
I think that they are.
I'm not saying they're cool chicks I want to hang out with, okay? But just to be clear, I'm not saying that, but I feel like they seem madly in love with each other.
I think they're the perfect couple for each other. I think they're perfectly dysfunctional for each other.
100%.
And like you say, there is someone out there for everyone, and I guess they're each other's someone. And that's all I'm gonna say.
It's really cute to me, and I enjoyed seeing it. But I mean, your tweet about it was funny.
I mean, the way that they did the shot when they were done saying their I do's. I mean, come on. If
they're adorable.
Yeah.
They're, white trash adorable.
White trash adorable.
Come on. I'm all right. So Stan and Lisa, were they on this season? Because I forgot. Like, was it this season that Stan and Lisa were on? And they just haven't been on.
Yeah, Stan and Lisa were on the season, and I think we just blocked it out. I think ever since.
But how long has it been since they've shown them? Long time.
Weeks, yes, weeks.
I was like, why did you? I mean, weren't you like, why are they showing these guys so late? Like
Because
it's
they
so
had to give
long
them
ago.
closure. Because they had to give it closure.
It just felt to me like um I don't know. I just thought we were done with their storyline. Whatever. So, and that was bizarre, okay? First of all, Lisa getting baptized in some kind of horse trough. Was that not a
I
horse
just yes,
trough?
yes, it was a horse trough.
And then, like, is she really that religious?
I don't understand whether she's really that religious or not because she remember she would talk about reading the Bible in prison and all, but then she's like a walking contradiction for someone who's supposedly really religious, don't you think?
I mean, in every single way that you could think of. She's a hot mess and
Yes,
she's a liar and a cheater and all kind of things. She's
thank
a
you.
manipulative, she's a gold digger. I mean, name one thing that's good. And those extensions her hairline's receding. And that
Oh my
upsets me.
god.
I'm just saying I got really upset because I want extensions, but I know it would pull all my hair out. And I know she's going to end up like being super bald and not being able to grow it back. I'm upset about it. You're cracking up.
She's gonna have no hair by the time she takes off those extensions. Arm
So that might be
extensions.
the saddest part of the episode.
Oh my god! Like arm extensions supposed to be in for a couple of weeks. That woman has had her extensions in for at least 6 months. I swear.
You can have it, you just have to get them tightened. You have to go in for maintenance, and
Okay.
sometimes you have to replace them.
Well, she
Still,
hasn't.
I don't know if you've noticed, like, the space between the braids is
Yes.
getting bigger and
Yes.
bigger.
Yes.
I'm, like,
Yes.
upset, and when I say that, I'm not joking, because when I had weight loss surgery, I lost, like, half my hair, and it was absolutely traumatic, and if I thought, like, it's never growing back, which is what happens when you wear like, when that happens, like, I would be freaking out. So I'm, like, having PTSD watching Lisa's extension. And then we have this chick, Tina.
The infamous Tina that he'd never stopped being in communication with, even when Lisa was living in the house.
He is he attracted to her? Because he was kind of negative about her body.
I think Stan is attracted to anybody that is willing to go down to the dungeon with him.
Oh my god, he's so creepy. I can't. It's horrible.
It is horrible. And you know who I feel sorry for out of everybody involved in this?
I do,
Samuel.
but tell me, Samuel.
Samuel.
He's
Samuel.
the victim. I
Yeah.
saw you tweeted something last night about kids being the casualty in the relationship between Lacey and Chain. But like
Yeah.
Samuel, he's the real tragedy.
Samuel is the collateral damage here. We need to
Samuel
save
the cat.
Samuel. God
I'm
knows
just
what that
sure.
cat has seen. I don't want to know what
I
that.
honestly feel that Stan might be the creepiest dude ever on the show. I feel, and it takes a lot to make me. He's like Big Ed level creepy to me.
Yeah. I think on the Big Ed scale of 1 to 10, he's about a 9.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
That should be a thing. Like, because
Yeah.
Big Ed is definitely like the pinnacle of creepiness, and
Yes.
then
So
it
we'll give
goes
it the
down
Big
from
Ed
there.
scale. Okay.
What was the name of that dude on 90 Day Fiance who went over to Ukraine to meet Maria? And he was
David.
another one that looked David,
Yes.
who looked like he was wearing some kind of toupee, right? Those two remind me of each other.
Yes.
So Brittany and Ray.
Brittany and Ray. Now
There's a lot here.
you know that promise ring was not going to go over well. Did you see the way her face dropped?
Well, yeah, but yeah, okay. So first off, though, did you see the ring?
Yes.
It looked like an engagement ring. It had like it was a solitaire, princess cut solitaire with little diamonds around it. Of course, she thought that was an engagement. But yes, she was not happy.
No. I mean, but I get where he's coming from. That he
I get where
just
she's coming from. Also, okay, defend Ray's position.
come on, he hasn't been home for a year. Give him a minute. Let him get his footing established. Let him save a little bit more money. He's paying restitution. Just he's not going anywhere. They're obviously going to get married. They're going to have babies. What's giving the boy a year gonna do? Why
Okay.
is she like
Oh,
in
sorry.
a rush to like get married?
So anything that I say in defense of Brittany here, it has nothing to do with that because I agree with you. But this is my problem with what happened was the way he did that in front of everyone, making it look exactly like a proposal. I would have been humiliated.
In his defense, she was the one that was pumping it up to her friends like it was going to be a proposal.
That's
It is
true, but
it is
he
her
did not. He was like, I want to show you this token. Like, I'm sorry, you don't give someone a diamond solitaire as a promise ring. I don't know.
it's her birthday. He was giving her a gift.
I got you.
And she was the one when she was getting her makeup and her hair done, telling everybody, "Oh, I'm gonna wear a red dress. Tonight's gonna be a special night. I have a feeling I'm getting a proposal," and pumping everybody else up to think that it was gonna be a proposal. So when he pulled out the ring, that's what everyone automatically thought. It wasn't like Ray was going around telling people, "Oh, I might
No, but the way
possibly."
he did it in front of everyone, I hear what you're saying.
Mhm.
But then I was also confused about something that may be cultural because, like, it might be a Southern thing. He's like, no, I want to do it right. I want to have all of our families there. Is that like, that's not something we do where I live. Is that, have you ever heard of that? Where your parents have to be there for you to get engaged?
No, no, but maybe he just wants to do it the right way because
I'm just saying, why is that the right way? Or does, I mean, if you say the right way is because he needs to feel like he's ready for it, then I agree with that.
and I think partially maybe because knowing the way Britney's family is,
Yeah.
he wants to make sure that they know that he's getting ready to propose,
Yeah.
so they don't feel like he went behind their backs and whatever, so I guess he wants to make sure that maybe he goes through her father for permission to like the old-fashioned way. I guess I don't know. I don't
I don't
know. Who
either.
knows?
I also want to apologize for putting lip balm on during the podcast. Sorry. So then, anyway, everyone is like in an uproar. And then by the end of it, okay, Ray's a little confused about the whole promise ring thing, but he means this is a promise that I'll marry you by the end of the year. That's what an engagement is. An engagement is a promise to marry you on a date, theoretically in the near future. That's why they say promise rings are for, 16-year-olds because marriage is a long way away. Engagement means like we're doing it. So why not just get engaged if he's saying that it's by the end of the year?
Well, he's saying I okay. I feel like that he put a time limit on it because he knew he had to put a time limit on it, or Brittany would not be happy if he didn't put a time. If he didn't put some type of time limit, if he would have left it open ended, then he would have been even more in the doghouse. Because Brittany
Yeah,
already
she
was
seems like she's hard to say no to.
exactly.
She's pushy.
Yeah, she is. Come on,
Yeah.
Brianna. You have to admit she is pushy.
No question, she's pushy. She's extremely pushy. And I mean, yeah, whatever. She's pushy.
Like, yeah,
But the
whatever.
sister is there, and the sister's like, well, that's not what we do in our family. I wasn't quite sure what she was referring
Like,
to. Maybe
and what do you exactly do in your family?
that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a Southern tradition that I don't know about. Anyone watching this, don't like say in the comments that I'm ignorant because I don't know the answer to this, okay?
I don't know
I
the
come
answer to it
from,
either, so I'll be
we
ignorant
live
along.
on the coasts. People are different here.
Yes, I live in New York City. I have no fucking clue what goes outside. Goes on outside the
Exactly.
five
There could,
boroughs.
yeah, like there could be a thing where you get engaged with the entire family. I don't know anything about that. Anyway,
Neither
that's
do
all I'm
I.
saying.
Neither do I.
All right, so let's talk about white Brittany. And I only say I mentioned her color because black Brittany told us that everyone calls her white Brittany. So let's talk about white Brittany now.
Yes.
And Marcelino. Okay.
And
thoughts?
the three-way with Amanda.
What the actual fuck is happening here in this relationship?
Marcelino accepts Brittany for who she is, and Brittany is bisexual.
Okay. Bisexual and polyamorous are completely different things. And that's why, like, I feel like you can be any kind of sexual, but if you're in a monogamous relationship, you don't go sleeping with other people. Like, there's plenty of hot chicks out there, in my opinion, but I'm a married woman, and that means I don't sleep with anyone else. So, like, that's not a given. On the other hand, I don't judge wanting to have a threesome. I don't think it's at all weird to do that. I may or may not have done that. Maybe more than once, but maybe a lot more than once. Anyway, no judgment.
No judgment at all. But didn't it seem like this whole thing came out of left field?
No, but she was talking about it months and months and months ago, or maybe last season during Love After Lockup.
And then after this whole romantic trip, her and Marcelino go on to, like, you know,
timing.
Right, the timing just seemed like weird. They're driving home, and she's like, "Have you ever thought of having a threesome with Amanda?" It's like, "Excuse me, where the hell did that come from?"
It also, like, the timing did make it sound like she felt that their time together was inadequate or something.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Because it's like, wait, are you saying this because this wasn't good enough for you? I don't know.
I know.
It's probably kind of staged also. Maybe it was staged.
I think it was a lot staged. I think this
high likelihood.
A lot staged storyline.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's different, right? And their comfort levels with things. But when Brittany's like watching him kiss her, kiss Amanda, that was the hottest thing I've ever seen. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I know, right? Huh? Really?
Okay. And then Marcelino launches into a long defense of having threesomes. You don't need to defend it. Get down with the chicks. Who cares?
Like, you're right, exactly.
Have fun. We don't need a justification.
Let your freak flag fly, Marcelino. You don't need to justify it.
No way. I'm with Brittany. If all the partners are consenting, I have no problem with that. Why? Have a foursome. Have a 12-some. Just use condoms and don't make any. Use condoms, right? Okay.
Have an orgy.
Conversation. This conversation is like, I endorse orgies. Okay, I have never done that. Have you ever gone to an orgy?
No, I have not.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. See?
Here we go.
Woo!
Woohoo. Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly.
Yeah, well, I found that. Life's too short not to have a threesome.
Yeah, why not? And we endorse them here at Kiki and Kibitz.
We just have no rules. Like, don't bully. Except don't bully people. That's my big rule.
Yes, that
Don't
is.
hurt other people and go get your fucking vaccines and shut up about masks. Otherwise, I'm good with you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Sean and Stacey and Shane.
Now, I would be a lot happier for the segment about this segment if I didn't know that Sean was dating Lacey right now. Like
Yeah,
as recently as a week ago. Sean and
right.
Lacey are dating. I mean, they meet at the beach, they have this whole emotional scene, and Sean decides that's it. He's gonna walk away from Lacey for good. And he decided to walk right back to her because they're dating. So, like, this whole
No,
scene.
you're totally right because in the moment, it's like, good for you, John. And then
Right,
you go from, because I feel like with John, at least speaking for myself, he's one of the convicts where I was like, yeah, that dude's bad news. Like he just seems like, I don't know, he has a vibe that's
right,
scary.
right,
So, but then all of a sudden he's crying, and then he's like, I know she's always gonna fuck me over. So, and in that moment, I suddenly thought, maybe I have this all flipped. Like
right.
maybe
And you
maybe
were just like
she's the
rooting for
one.
him. You were just rooting for him in that moment, right?
Yeah, and he's crying.
Yeah.
But yeah, dumb shit. I think she's dangerous. She's a man eater. She's dangerous.
She and I
She
don't know
is
what it is about
manipulative.
her. What is it about her?
I don't
And
see
and
it.
then and then you know what makes me laugh is how she keeps saying that she's going to focus on her children and focus on herself. Yeah, okay. I really see you focusing on your kids when you're running around chasing Chain and Sean and
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
like her. I
So
don't like
the
her.
biggest surprise of the episode was John and Christiana. That's why this episode was pretty meaty, right? Like there's something to discuss with everyone. And it's the first time they've extended it that much, and there's the first time there's a tell-all. That tells you this show's getting really popular.
I just want to say that John's haircut was brought to you by Christiana's eyebrows.
No question. I know. Puppy thought she looked like a lizard. But you know what? I have a solution for everyone. Get fucking microblading, okay?
There you
I have
go.
no eyebrows. I have zero eyebrows.
But Puppy's eyebrows didn't look that bad when they
No,
showed
she's
her
cute.
in that little
I
prison scene and
agree.
she had no
I didn't think
lashes and
she
no
looked.
eye.
I
She didn't look
agree.
bad.
No way. She's pretty.
She is pretty. She didn't
Yeah.
look bad. So
On the
anyway,
other hand, John is not pretty.
John
And
is
this was
not.
what is happening? Like this whole breakup came out of the blue. We have no idea what happened.
She,
Why?
I am telling you what the fuck happened. This is my theory. John got freaky with Tara. He may not have had sex with her, but something happened there that was very inappropriate. Christiana got a hold of Tara about their mom. Somehow she got a hold of her. And she must have asked Tara, why didn't you come to my wedding? Where the fuck have you been? Blah, blah, blah. And Tara said, well, first of all, John called me and left me a message and said not to come to your wedding. And second of all, didn't you know that A, B, C, D, E, and F happened between me and John?
Ew.
Christiana called John and said, what the fuck do you mean you told Tara not to come to my wedding? Big argument happened and she left.
But why didn't he made it seem like nothing happened? Like he just went to work and he came back and she
Because
wasn't
I
there.
think he's trying to play the victim card.
Yeah.
Because he's shady. I think, people say that Sean is shady. John is shady.
He's
John is
super
really
shady.
fucking shady. And he tries
He's
to
super shady.
portray that he's like, oh, this nice, innocent guy that, saving these women, and Christiana has my heart and my body. He's a shady motherfucker. I'm sorry.
That was so weird. So he goes to see Carrie the Elder, and then suddenly he's cutting off all his hair because he's mourning for his lost marriage.
Yes.
What?
That's why I say he fucking knows what happened, and he knows that he has a big part of why his marriage failed.
Could be. I don't know, but I just feel like that dude is so. I mean, I agree with shady, but also I know you said he might be Native American, but like I feel like there's just so much cultural appropriation going on here that I feel uncomfortable
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
there is. Definitely there is. Like I said, if he is Native American, he's like 186 Native American or
Right.
some shit.
Right.
I mean, come on. It's
exactly.
like, you know.
He's so freaking creepy. But
He
did
is.
you remember from last episode where Carrie the Elder was like, well, you guys have been on and off for a long time now. We didn't know that.
I
Except for
think
when
he
she was
might
in
have. I was
jail.
gonna say he might have been referring to when she was in jail.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Anyway, so then they do the thing and he's madly in love with her and she never contacted him again. Like, didn't the producers at least find her?
I know.
Weren't you left like, what the hell? Where's the to be continued? How do you leave us hanging like this?
Like, what the fuck? Where is she? Is she okay?
I don't know. We should look on social media.
Paige and Christiana. Paige and Christiana.
Right?
DM us.
I want to talk to you about microblading.
We want to talk to you about lots of things. DM us,
Yeah.
girl.
Like, stay away from that MF.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's been a good season, I feel. It's been super funny and not that heavy. I don't know. There were some storylines that seemed very contrived.
Yes.
Like, definitely the Deontay storyline was contrived.
And honestly, I do love Brittany and Marcelino, but I think their storyline is coming to an end.
I hope so, because I also feel like theirs was contrived.
Yes.
And Stan and Lisa, too, seems like
Stan and Lisa could go by. That's it. We don't need to see Stan and Lisa on our TVs ever again.
Oh my God, what if all these people are bullshit? Like, think about, so Stan and Lisa are bullshit. Brittany and Marcelino might be bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I mean, if you think about it, I don't know. Okay. Suspend your disbelief. Brittany and Ray are real. That's it. Brittany and Ray are real.
Sean and
I'm not
Sarah
saying I
are
endorse
real.
all the. Sean and Sarah are real. Go look at that interview.
Yeah, Sean and Sarah are real. And I know a lot of people are saying that they are sick of Puppy and Amber and that whole storyline. Yeah. But I think their storyline is kind of cool because they're not a couple, first of all. I mean, yeah. They're not like really a couple. And, I like their storyline. I think they're cute and better than Deontay and Brittany and Marcelino and that.
I just want to smack Deontay. It's like, dude, snap out of it. You don't need this crack hoe.
And
like, for real.
We all know that was Lindsay, Scott's Lindsay on the phone that he was talking to.
Oh my God.
Brianna, we all know it is. He could deny it until he's blue in the fucking face. That is Scott's Lindsay on the phone. She is from Virginia Beach. The same area that he's
terrible.
From. Okay.
She's a fucking bad person.
I read somewhere that she watches the show in prison because, she's locked back up. And she decided to hit up Deontay. And Deontay, like a fucking idiot, is in contact with her. And that is who he was on the phone with. And, that's how he's going to get on the next season. And Lindsay is going to be his third convict.
Oh my God. I'm disturbed.
Paige and Derek.
I know. And that was tripping me out last night. I was like, we know so many of these people now. Like we've interviewed so many of them. And Derek is so lucid.
Yes,
Like
he
I wanted
is.
him to really go talk some sense into Deontay because Deontay's acting like a dumb shit. Like really.
And Deontay is supposedly pretty smart. Like he's a Marine. He's supposedly like a
What, Marines are smart? Like
from what
no.
Brittany told us, Tyrese and Derek.
No, I'm
Supposedly,
saying they said that Deontay was smart. I'm just saying being a Marine isn't proof of
I right.
that. No shade to the Marines. I'm just saying like that's not what they're selected for.
Right.
Anyway, I think Deontay, whether he's smart or not, he might be smart, right? Because this is his paycheck. So it's like, I mean, this is a paycheck that he gets, probably not his whole paycheck. So having a storyline keeps you on there. If it is fake, then yeah, he's awesome. It's just chances are that's not what's happening. And if it's
No, I
not
don't.
happening, then he's not that smart.
No, he's not that smart because that is not what's happening. Lindsay's taking advantage of him, and he's an asshole.
All right. Well, that ties up this season of Life After Lockup. Unless there's a tell on, then maybe we'll just do a quick live or
Yeah,
something. But
yeah.
we're going to be podcasting Love During Lockup, which I'm intrigued. Are
And me
you?
too. Oh yeah, definitely.
It looks good.
It
I
does
was
look
watching
good.
the previews. I thought
Me
it looked
too.
pretty good.
Yeah, it does look pretty good, especially that girl that got the reverse hustle going on. She got her man in prison
Yeah.
sending
What
her,
is
her
that?
money.
Right? Thousands of dollars.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
Like,
cray.
what the fuck? That is cray cray.
But this is the before the 90 days of the Love After Lockup franchise.
Yes, it is. If you look at it that way, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right. Well, thanks to everyone who hung with us during this season. It's been super fun.
Yes, thank
And
you
the
guys.
fun's just going to keep on coming, baby. So thanks, Mary, for doing this with me.
Thanks, Brianna, for joining me every week.
All right. And we'll see you back here next time, people.